Slaads, those weird frog-looking creatures that reside in the plane of limbo, they are chaotic to reflect their home, the ever-changing chaos of limbo. According to lore, Primus, the overlord of the Modrons who lives in Mechanus, the plane of neutral law, crafted a powerful stone and imbued it with the power of law. This stone was supposed to bring order to chaos wherever it went. Primus had a plan for the stone, and it was to send it into limbo to tame the chaos of that realm. The plan didn't work out as Primus intended, though. Yes, it did bring some order to the minds of certain inhabitants of Limbo. This allowed the Modrons and the Githzerai to create enclaves in Limbo. However, the chaos of Limbo was too strong, or it just couldn't be tamed in general, nobody is sure. The stone started to absorb so much of the chaotic energy of Limbo, it spawned the horrors that became known as the Slaad. This stone probably once had another name, but it has long since been forgotten, and is now known as the spawning stone to the Slaad and the rest of Limbo. The Slaad then destroyed all the Modron enclaves in Limbo. The Slaad, being creatures of chaos, detested the Modrons, who were creatures of law. To this day, they will attack the Modrons on sight. Slaads are weird. Hailing from the plane of chaos, they are probably expected to be weird. They reproduce by implanting a humanoid host with eggs or infecting them with a transformative disease called chaos phage. There are different types of Slaad that are defined by their different colors. There are red Slaad, blue Slaad, green Slaad, gray Slaad, and death Slaad. Each color of Slaad represents or transforms in a different way. Red Slaad spawn blue and green Slaad, blue Slaad spawn red and green Slaads undergo a lifelong cycle of transformation into the more powerful gray and death Slaads. A red Slaad claw can inject an egg from a gland. The egg works its way into the host and gestates, eventually forming a Slaad tadpole. The tadpole then eats its way out of the host, nourishing it. It then transforms into a fully grown blue Slaad. The gestation period I read in the 4th edition Monster Manual was 1d4 plus 3 days. However, in the Planescape Monster Compendium, it said that the blue Slaad gestation period was 3 months. The egg or tadpole can be destroyed through a greater restoration or remove curse spell to save the host. If the host was a spellcaster of 3rd level or higher spells, the Slaad will be green instead of blue. Blue Slaads have bone hooks on their back, and when touched inflict a transformative disease similar to lycanthropy. The infection is called chaos phage and will transform the victim into a fully grown red Slaad, or green Slaad if the victim was a spellcaster of 3rd level spells or higher. This transformation takes around 3 months according to the Monstrous Compendium again. The disease is undetectable in the first month except for a detect evil or other magic. After that, the effects become obvious and a cure disease spell or similar magic is necessary to rid the disease. Because of this, Slaad often take prisoners to ensure their offspring comes to fruition. Green Slaads are spellcasters. Surprise. They are intelligent and can cast a few spells innately. It's able to change its shape to appear humanoid and will often take the disguise of the host it spawned from or the victim it transformed from. At some point after a century or so, the green Slaad will magically transform into a gray Slaad, becoming a more powerful Slaad and magic users. Gray Slaad are often found on the material plane, doing the bidding of their masters, the Death Slaad. They often take humanoid form and have learned to master the Great Sword, which they imbue with magical power. A gray Slaad that eats the entire corpse of a Death Slaad transforms into a Death Slaad. Death Slaad are gray Slaad that have been infused with energy from the negative energy plane. It amplifies the chaos and evil within their hearts. They are the generals of the Slaad army and push red and blue Slaads to attack other planes, which will hopefully propagate their species. Slaad have huge heads and their claws are extremely sharp. They speak their own language but have limited telepathy, which allows them to understand and converse with other intelligent beings. Slaad observe an informal and pragmatic hierarchy, not because they respect regulation, but rather because strong rulers destroy disobedient underlings. Slaad will scavenge battlefields, removing wounded victims to be used as hosts for future Slaad. Slaads have gems in their head, like deep in their brains, the size of a baseball, there's a magical stone. Slaads get this stone if they come from the spawning stone or if they ever visit it, which new Slaads are instinctually driven to do. The stone is the same color as the Slaad and can be used for control. It's as if the spawning stone magically implants a fragment of itself inside the Slaad's brain. Another creature can magically or surgically remove the gem from the Slaad. If this happens, the Slaad must obey whoever possesses its gem. This is handy for high-level wizards who are looking for a loyal servant. It takes some high-level magic to remove the gem, though. The imprisonment spell can transfer the gem to the caster's hand instead of imprisoning the Slaad. Also a wish spell. Otherwise, it's a DC 20 medicine check to surgically remove the gem, and good luck with the Slaad holding still during the process. That's it for Slaad. I've always liked frogs and toads, so I have a fondness for the Slaad. A gray Slaad or a green Slaad would make a great villain for an early level campaign.